Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. Shut up, clock in, and load up.
2021 is on the cusp of being behind us, and we're about ready to usher in a new year, 2022. And I like how I'm finishing the year off being annoyed by something. Like, my jimmies are at maximum rustle right now. I don't think that they could get any more rustle than they are right now. And it's not often that something gets my cosmic blood boiling, but after seeing what someone indirectly pointed out to me on Twitter, I'm pretty upset, for the lack of a better word. As you may or may not know, NFTs, the mysterious thing that nobody seems to be able to explain. I mean, I've Googled NFTs about 10 or 15 times now, and I still can't figure out what an NFT is. I mean, anytime I try to look it up and someone tries to explain it to me, it goes a little something like this.
You guys all focused up because this is key. Let me get rolling on you here so we know what's happening. Here we go, baby. Get your head under there now. This is vital. See, being the first son, right? That puts him right here in the lower chakra. Now that's shooting energy up into Daniel, verse 6. And this, of course, is a dream catcher. So all his dreams are being caught and he can't move on. And that's going back and forth and like that, like a spider web, which is, of course, connecting to the eye of Horus, which is 707777 is .001, which also goes up. That was the first time he ever swung a baseball bat. Now, what we got here is the baseball ain't hitting the bat because the seams are 17.
And the thing that I found that really, really annoyed the hell out of me is this. The Funk Punks. Mint TBA soon, whatever the hell that is. 2,222 defunct punks roam the Solana galaxy pretending to be robots. Now, who does that remind you of, I wonder? Daft Punk didn't die for this. So, if it's not obvious, and if you've been living under a rock for the past almost 30 years, Daft Punk is a French electronic band, really a duo, I guess you could say, that was formed in 1993 and recently broke up in 2021. So they had almost a 30-year run on their music, and they've done pretty well. They've made, I think, two movies. I think one of them is called Interstellar 5555, and it's supposed to be the story of the secret star system. That's what the 5555 stands for. So that was like their number for that, right? And obviously they've been in, like Rock Band or something like that, some other video games and everything like that. They're very prominent. Or at least they were very prominent. And then in 2021, they decided to call it quits, which, I mean, I understand. They had almost a 30-year run of doing things. But, as with all things that come to an end, there are some people who just can't seem to let it go and feed off of other people's nostalgia and or longing for the things that they love to return. And in comes defunct punks. And in comes the boiling rage that wells up within me every second I look at this abomination. It's an NFT. And we're going to point something out, and this is going to be relevant for later. Their location is Neptune. Here's their little banner. Oh my gosh. It's little pixel art things of their characters. How cute. How adorable. And then you got their thing. This is what really gets me, okay? So, Daft Punk's real names, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this because I'm not French. Daft Punk is formed by Guy Manuel de Homem Cristo and Thomas Bangalter. Those are the two people that play Daft Punk. Thomas is the silver robot, and Guy Manuel is the golden robot, right? So obviously they're trying to play off this Ganuel Gristo and Gamas Ganglier. They're just taking Daft Punk's history and doing this really stupid, like, alternate thing with it. While at a Geisy Marnot school in Neptune, inside Neptune, the two became friends and recorded demos with others from the school. In 1993, two friends attended a rave at Guro Gizni, where they met demo tape, 95, Defunct launched, came friends, first galactic success. Defunct Punks grew from the new wave, invading the entire Solana galaxy. Fucking Solana galaxy. 222 years later, in 2222, Defunct Punks roam the galaxy pretending to be robots. See, they're playing off the whole 5555 thing with two twos and stuff. It just, oh my gosh. And then you got these jamokes, these freaking robots down here. Buju sitting over here. What do you think about this? Very simple futuristic vibes, loving the backstory. Yeah, bro, Def dropped a follow, freaking strong arm. Gonna look into this one for sure. This is giving me vibes. I'm tapped in. Early Discord. Wow. Gosh, this is such a gripping story. I can't wait to see what else we got. Shut up, Quest. Stop trying to ruin VR by making it about exercise. You got that freaking mirror for that. Anyway. So this is all they do with their tweets. Bebop x debop. That's their catchphrase. It's really stupid. Oh, here's another one. Some other frickin' scrub lord. Check them out. Interesting project with very friendly and hardworking team. Check their Twitter often to get the whitelist spot. Solana NFTs. Ugh. And then the frickin' stupid ass tweets. I can't. Ugh. Building debop at maximum bebop. Just saying those words is like poison to my tongue. It's just acidic. It's like those words produce the equivalent of alien acidic blood inside of my mouth, and it burns. It burns a lot, and I hate it so much. There's a smile on my face, but inside my soul is on fire. Meanwhile, Defunct Punks continue to bebop. This is all they have to offer. Still bebopping, GM, coffee thing. Merry Christmas, bebop de bop. The bebop never stops. Frickin' ad. Soul is shining, weather is sweet, make you want to move your dancing feet now, GM bebop. Okay, so I want you to keep these in mind, right? Soul. Soul is the name for the solar system that Earth resides within. Neptune is the name of a planet within the solar system that Earth resides within. But yeah, I mean, this is all they do. It's just debop, bebop, 1 da mushroom funk pizza, 2 debop sodas, and a side of bebop, please. Like, that's, wow, what a banger. And then they got the stupid gif, and he's saying bebop, debop as usual. Oh gosh, random to access funk memories. We got a freaking website too. And let me just furiously scroll to the top. And here's the website. It's called Defunct Punks. And I'm gonna read you this poison. Defunct Punks, Daft Punks. They straight up say Daft Punk. And then they do the whole thing. Blah, 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 blah. 2 decades after the first wave of Defunct, Neptune was the site of pivotal events in the Solana galactic history. Prince Defunct Punk, wow, what an original name, crash-landed during a galactic Senate hearing with the stolen plans for the Mini Goog M2, whatever the fuck that is, bringing peace.
And we shall have
to the council and harnessing the new wave emitting across the galaxy for generations to Defunct Punks to come. Wow, this doesn't make any sense. What the fuck is this? crash landed during a Galactic Senate hearing with stolen plans for whatever the hell this mysterious object is, this MacGuffin, bringing peace to the council. So this dude just crashes a spaceship into this council meeting. Everybody's like, what the hell are you doing here? Oh, here's plans for the mini freaking googly-eyed Mim 2. Oh, peace, world peace, galactic peace for generations of defunct punks to come. Apparently defunct punks is a race of beings. And this is literally all their images are. It's like just a single big beige or salmon colored background with three identical, technically four. No, three. Three identical robot things just with color palette swaps and different eye things. And they have this slightly altered original character Do Not Steal up here. Just chilling. And same thing, except he's saying Debop. Wow. Compelling. This is the fun part. Neptune is a harsh ice world orbiting twin suns at the Solana Galaxy's outer rim. Neptune was home to... Oh my gosh, I got sneezed. Oh gosh. Neptune was home to some of the finest universities in the Solana Galaxy. Many students scratched out a living on diamond farms in the early days. But 222 years later, Neptune is now home to many bounty hunters, gangsters, and defunct punks, and is now known as a hive of the worst kind. Around 44 years ago, that's multiples of 2, Prince Defunct Punk left Neptune looking for the smuggler suspected of stealing the original Mini Goog M2. Mini Goog. Unfortunately, the original model is still missing to this day, and the prince is yet to return. Many say his absence caused Neptune to decline. One study found, among other things, defunct punks roam the galaxy searching for the prince. Look, they're facing each other now. Wow, this is something I'd lay down $500 for. While Prince Defunct Punk is hunting for the smuggler, the prince's castle has remained pristine. Located within the White T.
Time out!
White T crater in the northern hemisphere of Neptune. Northern hemisphere of Neptune. That's a big ass area to cover. Oh man. The White T crater is considered Neptune's warmest province and one of few regions on Neptune settlers still live today. 2 days ago, that could be any time, by the way, because they haven't specified when. Oh man. Multiple Commander defunct punks launched from the White T crater in the Ice Saber Rocket 2, heading to one of Neptune's orbiting moons, Triton, which I'm pretty sure... I'm not super familiar with all the moons of all the gas giants in the outer part of the, the Sol system, but Triton, I'm pretty sure, is a moon of Neptune. Of our Neptune, of Earth's Neptune. Searching for clues on the smuggler and the prince. Apparently the smuggler's like Han Solo or something, because they can't find him. Meanwhile, a pair of defunct punk knights, apparently they're knights now, there's commanders and they're knights, found a lost droid in the Key Wasteland, located in the southern hemisphere of Neptune. So I'm guessing the whole wasteland just covers the entire southern half of Neptune, and the northern half is the White T crater. Just the whole thing's a crater. So basically it's like a giant bowl is what I'm getting here. The Funk Punk's Knights reported the droid recalling time, traveling from 3022, disclosing vital information interrupted by self-destruction. Before self-destruction, the droid transmitted Bebop, Prince Defunct Punk, and Minigoog M2 found year 3010. Follow coordinates defined. So... And then there's this shit right here. Here's slightly more original character, Don't Steal. I looked into the whole Solana thing because there's a link down here, and it's just, I'm pretty sure it's just a freaking NFT website. I've got my screen cut in half so you can't really see it, but I mean, it's literally just a fucking NFT thing. I really don't. This stuff, NFTs, and I'm going to steal a comparison from someone. NFTs are like the modern day Beanie Babies, because in the 90s and early 2000s, people were like, oh my god, Beanie Babies, they're gonna be worth such a lot of money. People are going to want to buy these up, and people are going to want to buy Beanies Babies up, and they're going to be they're going to make you rich. And they didn't. They lost all their freaking worth, and nothing ever became of them. They're just a relic of the era that they were part of. And the only thing a Beanie Baby is good for now is to sew together to make a coat, to make a lady of the night who's out of date, not up with the times, think you're a pimp.
Sparaculta! Damn, y'all! Is that a fur coat made out of Beanie Babies?
Yeah.
Them things is like gold. At least last time I checked, you must be the richest pimp in town.
Pimp? No. That's right, baby. I'm the richest pimp in town.
And, yeah, these NFTs are the same thing. From what I gather, and I feel like, I don't know, it just seems so vague to me. Because every time I've looked this up, it seems really vague. From what I gather on NFTs, it's basically like a certificate proving that you own the artwork that you have and all this other crap. Well, I don't know about you, but signatures seem to do the job pretty freaking well when it comes to identifying what artwork belongs to who. This just seems like a bunch of hoopla to me. It's really, really stupid, and I hope this trend dies down, because it's just like, looking at this just gives me an aneurysm. I don't see what people see in NFTs. It's like a freaking scam. It just smells so bad. But the thing that annoys me the most with these things, I mean, the fact that it's an NFT is bad enough as it is. And the only thing I do know about NFTs is they take up a lot of energy to make, and they're not worth it. They're just straight up not worth it. And if the fact that it's an NFT is bad enough, the second thing that really annoys me about this is I'm assuming the NFT is just these pixel images of these guys, these same looking guys. That's the NFT. That's really fucking lazy. I could make something like that in like 5 minutes, and I could make an NFT, and I guess I could get millions of dollars with it, because apparently that's how NFTs work. And the third thing that really fucking annoys, well, actually the fourth thing, 3.5, or 2.5. 2.5 thing that annoys me is the low effort. The story does not make a single lick of fucking sense. They're in this Solana galaxy. I'm saying that with air quotations. But yet they talk about Sol, which is the name that's commonly used to associate with our sun, Earth's sun. They're talking about Neptune, and they're talking about Triton. So, I mean, their imagination when coming up with this, the story is just really shitty. It's honestly pretty fucking bad. Like, this might entertain someone who looks at artwork or something and sees a story as, this is a guy from the future. And, like, the story is terrible. And I don't want to sound pretentious, but I've been putting together a story for the past close to 10 years. Off and on, of course, not consistently. But I can safely say that I can write up something that is way more entertaining than this pile of steaming garbage that these heathens have tapped together with a freaking sledgehammer. I don't really know. Like, it just screams cheap cash grab, because they're playing off of, and I swear I saw it somewhere where they're saying, oh, fans of Daft Punk will enjoy this. Okay, this is basically, let's say that Daft Punk, let's make a comparison here. Let's say that Daft Punk is like, let's say it's a Nintendo Switch. Let's say that's Daft Punk. And Defunct Punks is like the fucking Soulja Boy handheld console game that was, pieced together in some factory in China with a shoestring and a couple of loose screws. And you tell your mom, you're like, hey, I really want a Nintendo Switch for my birthday. I really love Nintendo Switch. I've been a big fan of Nintendo for quite some time now. And your mom says, well, honey, the Nintendo Switch is sold out, but I'm going to get you something that you might enjoy because it's similar to this. And then she whips out the Soldier Boy Game Boy handheld thing, and you look at her, and you're like, what the hell is this? I wanted a Nintendo Switch, and you gave me this piece of garbage. That's what this is. That's what Daft Punk, that's what Defunct Punk, I see that, and I automatically like associate with Daft Punk. Defunct Punk, because that's the fucking point. But like, the point I'm trying to get at is this is garbage. A straight, hot, steaming pile of disgusting, slimy garbage. And I say this is probably different enough to be considered a parody or a to fit in the whole Creative Commons thing or whatever you want to call it, or fair use, whatever it is. I'm not really up to par on my laws and stuff, but this is just feeding off of some poor fool who wants to grasp onto anything that's even remotely Daft Punk related or even looks like Daft Punk, masquerading as Daft Punk in a very cheap mask, and is like, I want to spend money on this. I want to waste my time buying pixel art characters that I could fucking make in like Microsoft Paint. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, yeah, this is what I wanted to rant about. This is just, I said this once before and I'll say it again. Whoever it was who decided NFTs were a good idea, they need to be placed in a cannon that is aimed directly at the sun and has the power to reach the sun, and then it needs to be fired. The cannon needs to be fired, expelling the person from the cannon into space and then subsequently into the sun, where they burn and nobody ever finds even a speck of dust of their remains. That's what needs to happen to the person who invented NFTs, who thought that was a good idea. And you might think that's extreme, but honestly, this is just a waste of everyone's time and resources, and literally resources. And that's all I really got to say on this. This is Defunct Punks. If you're watching this for some reason, go fuck yourself. Honestly, I mean, I've got more creativity in the little strap on my chest than you've got in the entirety of your Twitter page.